I know what you're thinking. Alex, you're a classically trained musician who spent years learning theory and form as well as music history, and now you explain all those same concepts on your YouTube channel for free. And if you weren't thinking that, you should definitely subscribe and hit the bell to get to know me more. But yes, I admit, the title of this video is a little bit clickbaity, but were you really gonna watch a video called "You Know More Music Theory Than You Think You Do" because it's just a way of communicating concepts and not a set of rules that stunt creativity? Yeah, I didn't think so. But in this video, I'm going to explain why that is exactly the case. Before we get into it, if you like this video so far, give it a like, subscribe to see more videos like it, and leave a comment saying your favorite part so far. My trusted and peer-reviewed source, Wikipedia, states that music theory is the study of the practices and possibilities of music. And I actually really like this definition. A lot of people get it into their minds that music theory is a set of rules that you need to follow to make music. That is not the case. What music theory actually is a set of standardized terms and practices that can help you get to your goal faster, which in most cases is taking idea from brain and putting to instrument. And even if you don't know music theory, I bet you know more than you think you know. If I told you to grab your instrument and play an A, that's music theory. Now, if you have a guitar or a piano or anything that plays chords, play an A chord. That's music theory. Now let's clarify and add some directions. At 100 BPM, strum an A major chord on the quarter notes for 1 bar. All those terms are music theory. You already know so much. So music theory is just a way of communicating with other musicians. And learning music theory can help save a lot of time when you're trying to explain your concepts to other players. Let's see an example of specific music theory terms, making concepts easier to understand and produce. So this is my friend Davis.
Hey.
Davis is a band director and clarinet player, and we have collaborated a ton over the years on a ton of different projects that you should definitely check out on this channel.
For sure.
Imagine that I have a clarinet part that I want Davis to play. One of the clearest ways to get all of my ideas across is to write it down in sheet music. Have you seen this music before?
Never.
Fantastic. Go ahead and give it a read. Wow, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
So walk me through, what are all the things that you grabbed on this page to play it exactly the way you did?
So first things first, I just glanced at the key signature and the time signature, which told me what notes were accidentals, but also like what value and like the beat and all that stuff. Even though like sight reading, they think of reading all the notes at once, I just kind of take it in a big picture approach. Grab there's a piano, grow louder, get soft. Then when it came to the actual notes, because I worked on these patterns and seen them so many different ways, I gravitated towards those rather than maybe the individual notes. I saw, oh, that's an A major chord, easy. Oh, that is a E major 7. And then I looked at the breath and then I just followed my way. I was like, oh, first note, down a scale, going up 1 note.
Now let's say we're in a different musical setting. Maybe we're in a wedding band, or I'm trying to write a pop song. Somewhere where writing down sheet music wouldn't necessarily be what you would do. I need to audibly explain all my ideas to Davis in a way that he can comprehend. I have an idea in my head, and I'm going to explain it in a couple different ways. The first one is going to be using simple theory terms that I would have picked up by casually learning an instrument and just generally being into music. Then I'll explain it using more specific music theory terms. Then I'm going to use terms that I know that both myself and Davis are very used to and comfortable learning. Are you ready?
Let's give it a go.
Hey, Editing Alex here. Before we get into the examples, I want to talk about the concept of concert pitch. You'll see Davis sort of think through this in the first example. I'm giving him notes and he's translating it to the clarinet. The clarinet is actually a transposing instrument, which means that the concert pitch, whether it be a B flat or a C or a D, is actually a different note in his mind, so he can like put his fingers on the clarinet the right way. So if I said play a C in concert pitch, he would actually have to think of playing a B flat because the clarinet is tuned that way. Just another example of even more music theory that he needs in order to play these examples. Okay, that's it. Okay, so first I want you to play a B flat, then a D, then an F, then go down to an E flat, C, then an A, then back up to the B flat.
So concert E flat, da, da, da. What's after the concert E flat?
After the E flat is C.
So E flat, C, A, B flat. Got it. Okay.
All right, here we go. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Cool. So that was one way. Now I'm going to use more specific terminology.
Okay.
So I want you to arpeggiate a D major chord.
Cool.
Then go down on an A7, starting on the G.
Okay.
And then when you get to the C sharp, resolve up. Then can you play the first chord loud and the second chord soft?
Got it, coach.
Beautiful. And here's another way to explain it using language that I know both of us are super comfortable with.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna be in the key of E flat. I want you to play do, mi, sol, fa, re, ti, do. I want swell throughout the phrase, and I want you to swing the eighth notes.
Okay.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
So I had Davis play basically the same idea, just in a bunch of different keys. And each time I used more specific language, which means I got to introduce things like dynamics and rhythm while still taking less time overall. Davis, how important is it that any musician learn music theory?
It's very important because it allows you to recognize patterns a lot quicker, and thus make, even though people think that it's more cerebral and that you don't really use it in the practice room or in performance, but it allows you to learn music faster and communicate it more specifically as well.
For sure. Do you think learning theory stunts your creativity as a musician?
I think in order to write like Bach, you have to learn the rules and then learn to break them, because it gives you a structure that allows us to communicate the music that we play very uniformly, and the same across different cultures as well.
Great advice. Thanks for stopping by. Now I need you to leave. So next time you hear somebody say learning music theory is uncreative and takes away the magic of making music, leave a mean comment explaining how stupid they are. No, don't do that. But realize that music theory, like anything else, is just a tool which can make your job, in this case, writing and understanding music, a lot easier. People run into actual rules like no parallel fifths or always resolve the leading tone, and yeah, that sounds a bit limiting, but you need to remember that everything is contextual. First off, what I've been describing as music theory is really only the study of Western classical music and genres that have been inspired by that. Other music styles from other cultures follow completely different rules, and that's awesome. Second, when you're trying to imitate a certain style of music, that's when those rules can actually come in handy. If you want to write a Baroque style fugue, yeah, steer clear of the parallel fifths. It won't sound very accurate, even though Bach used parallel fifths whenever he wanted to, but whatever. But if you're trying to write a Midwestern emo song, let the parallel fifths fly. It's all contextual. So go learn some music theory and communicate effectively with some other musicians. But before you go, if you found any value in this video, please give it a like and leave a comment. Everything helps to grow this channel and get my videos seen by more people. If you know somebody who needs to hear this message, you can also share it to them. Special thanks to my friend Davis for helping me out with this video, and my friend Antonio for filming the B-roll. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.